Hey guys, Alex here, ajnashville.com. So I want to clarify something. Most of you know I work closely with veterans. I do a lot of VA loans. I'm also a military mortgage boot camp instructor, which means that when it comes to the changes within VA programs and when it comes to kind of the standard and basic things, I'm really in touch with a lot of those. Now, the one thing I want to bring up, because I actually get this question quite a bit, and it boggles my mind to some degree, but then I have to realize that most people don't deal in VA loans on a consistent basis like I do. And that's the difference between a certificate of eligibility, or commonly called a COE, and a DD-214. So, a DD-214 is going to show their history with the military. Any medals received, the length of time they served, if they served overseas, what their job was, things like that. Their start date, their end date, but it's not going to give you the information needed to purchase a home. That is where the certificate of eligibility comes in. Now, this typically can be found electronically online through WebLGY. If you are not an administrator in your company, then you may not have access to this. It may be something that your processor or loan officer assistant has access to. Now, why do I bring this up? What makes this document so important? Well, what it does is it tells us as the lender what the client qualifies for as far as eligibility is concerned. So it's going to let us know, does he or she have enough eligibility in order to purchase the home in question? Does he or she have enough eligibility to utilize the VA loan? Also, it'll answer one other vital question. Is he or she exempt from the funding fee? Now, when you pull the credit of a veteran, you should automatically pull the certificate of eligibility. I've talked to people at the VA central office, and there's far too many cases where people are getting far into the mortgage process only to be turned down due to the fact that nobody pulled a COE on them and found out that they're not eligible. Let me ask you this. You're a person with all your ducks in the row. You know you're buying a home. You've got everything it takes to purchase a home, but the one thing you don't have is all the money to make a down payment on a conventional or FHA loan. Plus, you expect the payment to be in a certain order since VA doesn't have the monthly mortgage insurance premium. Now tell me how it feels. You get 3/4 of the way through the process and your loan officer bounces back and says, hey, I apologize. We didn't get your certificate of eligibility, and so you don't qualify for the VA loan. Tell me how that feels. And to make it even worse, most people would just lie about it and say, hey, you just don't qualify for this loan. They won't say, hey, I messed up. It was my fault. I'm sorry. So save yourself and your client the trouble. Go ahead and pull that up. The actual DD-214 will not tell you how much that person qualifies for. So please, please do not rely on that form. Once again, I bring this up. In the past 2 weeks, I've had 2 different people contact me to ask me that question. So do yourself and the veteran a favor and pull this up in advance. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you soon.